What do you think? It's almost an antique. I pulled it out of my closet just recently. I haven't worn it since my 20s. I mean, the style these days is a little bit slimmer, but it can almost pass. It's a nubuck leather. So, the one issue I have with this jacket is it's blue. So, what I want to do is turn this black. I'm going to dye it black. I'm going to use a dye specifically made for nubuck and suede. Haven't done this before, so we'll go through the process. We'll dye it by hand with an applicator, and then we'll seal it, and we'll see how this looks. So I'm using this Fiebings suede and rough out dye. Dyes, brightens, and restores suede and rough out shoes and other articles. It's a black. Oh, I have another glove here. I'm not going to go too fast. I'm going to do a portion at a time. I'm going to use a small applicator. I don't want to use, you can use a brush. I've seen people use a brush to apply it, but I don't know. Let's try this out. Okay. Let's get started. The good thing is this is already really dark, so I don't think I'm going to need more than one coat. I may do this in a couple of applications. I'll do the outer side first, and then do the cuff and the lapel, the inner portion of the cuff and the lapel, or I don't know how fast this is going to dry. I think the reason you don't use regular leather dyes is it doesn't go on smooth or homogeneous application. It may become blotchy, or that's what I read. Don't know how accurate that is. Could be wrong. Okay, let's talk a little bit about leather as I'm dyeing this jacket. When the animal is skinned and the hide is cleaned, it isn't actually leather. The hide has to go through a soaking in a solution, either chemically or a natural solution, to turn it from a hide into leather. This process is called, or the process of transforming the hide into leather is called tanning. Tanning stabilizes the proteins in the hide, preventing the decomposition that would naturally occur in untreated animal skins. This process makes the leather resistant to bacteria, mold, and other decay processes. The leather, after it's tanned, can last for decades, maintaining its strength and usability over longer periods. Tanning, especially vegetable tanning, makes the leather more flexible and comfortable to wear, and this is ideal for clothing, accessories, and furniture. Now, I mentioned vegetable tanning. There are two types of processes, or two types of tanning processes: a chemical and a natural process, which I mentioned. The first process is chrome tanning, uh, after which the leather is called chrome tanned leather. The solution is of chromium salts, and the other solution is a natural solution. It's usually made of tree bark, certain leaves, and other natural products. The tannins turn the hide into leather. This process is called vegetable tanning, and the leather is most often called vegetan leather. Chrome tanned leather is, or chrome tanning is quicker and cheaper. Most sofas and everyday handbags that you find are usually chrome tanned leather. Nubuck leather, like my jacket here, is also chrome tanned leather. Vegetan leather, on the other hand, is found in belts and high-end high-end handbags and saddles, for instance. So up here is a cross-section of the hide. The thickness of the hide is usually anywhere between 3 and 6 millimeters, with the grain, the upper section being 1.5 to 2 millimeters usually, and the corium, the lower section, being between 1.5 to 4 millimeters. Vegetan and nubuck leather, of which again this jacket being nubuck, is the top grain of the hide. You'll see that the full grain. Okay, let me put it this way: the leather, the hides have imperfections, impurities, have scarring on them. And what is usually done is the hide is, or the leather, after it is tanned, is sanded down and buffed. And the sanding down takes it down from the full grain down to the top grain. The fake appearance that you find on many finished products, that fake grain appearance, is a heat stamp on the sanded finish, right? So they take the full grain, they sand it down, they buff it to get to the top grain, they give a heat stamp, which gives it an appearance of the animal skin. So it's really just a stamp. Once the top grain or the full grain is removed from the hide and the corium is left, the corium, after it's tanned, is sanded down, and that leads to suede. And that's what suede is. Anyways, back to the project. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. This is a 4-ounce bottle. 4-ounce bottle. We'll see. I may have to get another bottle. We're done. That's what's left. If I had a medium jacket or a small jacket, I would have had enough. Well, let's get another bottle and we'll continue. So it's taken me a while, but I finally got some more dye. I've got 2 dyes here. It's an Angelus. Angelus is the name. It's a suede dye, and this is the regular leather dye. The reason you don't use a leather dye on suede or nubuck is because what I believe, or what I've understood, is that the composition of the dyes are different, and the regular leather dyes are made to go on a smooth leather, and it would damage or stiffen the suede or nubuck, such that it's not smooth and soft anymore. So you have to use an actual suede and nubuck dye on suede and nubuck. It took me a while to go downtown to the store where I purchased this and get some. I could have bought it online, but some prices online are ridiculous when you're paying double the price that it is in the store on Amazon, or if you have to pay $30 in shipping for a $10 item. I won't do that, so I'll wait and go and purchase it. So it's been a month or two, but I finally got some dye, and we're going to finish this jacket off. You don't need to put a final coat on. You don't need to put a finisher on this dye. You can use it as is. So we're going to put it on, let it dry, and we're done. So we're going to try not to spill that. I don't trust myself, you know what I mean? We're going to put it back here. So it's just the upper left shoulder that we need to complete. You can tell, I hope you can tell, what was once blue and what is now black, but the black is darker. It will fade. You know what, I'll just keep this in my hand. as I started doing the editing for this video, I just realized that the first portion of the video was made 4 months ago. It was made in August. Now we're close to Christmas. It's December. And I just noticed that I used Fiebings nubuck dye, suede nubuck dye originally, and I used the Angelus. Where'd it go? I used the Angelus this time. I used 3 ounces with this session, and I used 4 ounces. The Fiebings bottle is 4 ounces, so I used a total of 6 ounces. I noticed that the Fiebings, as I'm going through the video, the Fiebings didn't absorb as well as the Angelus did. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing that the penetration wasn't as great with the Fiebings. I'm not sure if I'm going to get an equilibrium, if I'm going to have consistency between the 2 colors. So we'll see after it dries. Anyways. And last dip. Definitely 5 ounces of dye you need for a jacket of this size. So don't get 1 bottle, get 2 for sure. Okay, I think we're good. We're going to let this dry, and we'll come back. We'll try it on and see how it looks. It's like I'm burnishing it. Don't want to do that. Let's stop. We're stopping. Okay, let's come back when this is all dry. It looks like we're doing a lessons learned here. Remember when I said the Angelus seemed to have better coverage than the Fiebings? I don't know if you can see this. The Angelus is black. And when I said there was a blue tint, the Fiebings didn't cover it in all black. You would need multiple coats. Both dyes were about $9 and change. You got 4 ounces of the Fiebings and 3 ounces of the Angelus. This isn't going to do. Angelus way better than the Fiebings. So this turned into a comparison between the 2 dyes. I'm going to have to buy a few more bottles of the Angelus just to complete this, because I have to go over this. I can't wear this like this. I'll get it done. I'm not going to show it on video. I'll come back with the end result. I mean, or maybe I won't. Let me just show you guys. You can't see what this like, can you? Maybe I can blend it in. We'll see. But it's nice. I'm going to wear this. It's black. The Angelus part is black. It's really beautiful. The Fiebings has to be, the portion with the Fiebings dye has to be redone, but
Anyways, I'm not going to bore you with any more. What turned out to be a exercise in dyeing a jacket. It works. Use the Angelus. You're going to need, probably 3 bottles or get up to 9 ounces. Return it if you have to. So this is a rather large jacket. Do the Angelus over the Fiebings. Save yourself some headache. Or use the Fiebings. Don't mix and match. I didn't know the first portion was done with Fiebings. I thought it was Angelus. So anyways, thanks guys. We'll see you guys soon.